He is one of the 4 people who have died, but as far as the victims, if they were patients, if they worked there, that is unknown. We're still waiting to gather and get more information, but we will be here, we will be at the scene, we're working to gather more information. Now, if you do have friends, relatives, if you know anyone who works at any of these buildings, there is a reunification at Memorial High School that is happening now, so you can head down there and hopefully, find your loved ones, find your friends, find your relatives. But, as I said before, right now, the scene is just, it's insane, it's overwhelming, and the people here are just very sad and heartbroken. So I'll send it back to you guys and we'll gather more information. Live in Tulsa, Shay Smith, 2 News, Oklahoma.
All right, that's Shay reporting live from the scene as well. Now, as you can imagine with a situation like this, we have a lot. We've heard from Councilor Jamie Fowler. I'm understanding that we're also going to be hearing from the mayor as well.
And we've heard from witnesses as well. Let's go back out to Amanda Slee. She actually talked with a man whose mother was in the Kelly building right across the street. Amanda, has that reunification happened? I know you were waiting for her to be able to come out.
Nicholas said that his mom was on the other side of this complex, so she was trying to figure out how to get to her car and get over here. So that hasn't happened just yet. But the mayor just showed up. I'm going to show you behind me. He walked across this crime scene tape and is over in that cluster of officers and first responders trying to, I'm sure he's being updated on what the situation is and what's going on. We're hoping to get him when he comes off the scene to give us a statement about what's going on. But still, again, like we've been saying, very active. And like Shay was saying, this is not something you want to see happen in your hometown. I myself, I haven't been on a situation like this, but of this size. I mean, we just covered the Taft shooting that happened on Saturday, that there was 7 injured and 1 dead. I mean, on Saturday night, we covered it on Sunday. People are still heartbroken down there from that, and there was a lot of people from other areas like Tulsa and Muskogee down there at that, and now here we are in Tulsa at a situation like this again. So the community is just gotta be hurting right now. I mean, seeing this scene myself for the first time, having something like this happen is just, it's nerve-wracking. It's scary. Your heart drops to your stomach, not knowing what's going on. That's how I'm feeling.
Personal views.
Yes, and I can only imagine that there are so many other people in our community feeling heartbroken over this tragedy that has happened here in South Tulsa, hearing from people who were inside those buildings and obviously from officers as well who rushed inside to try and save and try to help. We do know, though, confirmed that 4 people are dead, including the shooter. We're going to go out to Tony Russell, who has a different angle of this scene. Tony, we know that you have been speaking with people who had loved ones who were in that building earlier.
And I just that lady that you saw earlier that we spoke with, I know this is all happening really lightning fast. Thankfully was able to reunite with her husband just moments ago, and we've just moved further north up on Yale here. That building, if you can see on the right-hand side, that taller building in the foreground on my right, that's the Kelly building. And then everyone's obviously concentrated just down the line there on the St. Francis campus. Just so you know, the St. Francis campus not only spans, starts from Laureate, but also starts to a tower across the street and goes all the way up basically to the Warren Place buildings that are right up there. So you've got clinics on this side, you've got administrative offices on this side, other private clinics over there. You've got private clinics over there in the Kelly building there on the basement and multiple floors. Just as pointed note, I was just there this morning, guys. I was just there this morning for a doctor's appointment on the 5th floor. So just to know, of the Kelly building, not the other building that you guys have been mentioning. So it's a very surreal thing. A lot of people, I don't have to tell all of our Tulsans that are watching that they have a doctor or have seen a patient or had a loved one that they've seen here probably within the last 24 hours. St. Francis is a huge campus. The good news is that people that aren't directly involved with this situation are getting a chance to reunite with their loved ones. But again, back out on just kind of what you're seeing here on Yale, the majority of the scene. Again, I don't want to reiterate this again and show it again, but you know, that is Yale in the middle of rush hour traffic on a Wednesday afternoon, this first day of June. To see it shut down like that in front of the hospital is, I can't even describe it. But again, we're going to continue to try to speak with some of the people. But the main part is that people are getting reunited, those that aren't directly in the immediate area. Again, that one husband able to reunite with his wife. Again, there's just a lot of information, a lot of people trying to get to speak to their loved ones. Some people are in basements right now and can't reach out, just basic cell phone reception. And again, if you're trying to get to this area, just know that getting here from 71st and Yale from the south end is equally as difficult to get to it from the north end as well. So just take your time. Know this is going to be a long process. Everyone knows this is a huge campus, and St. Francis is a